Hi, I'm Katja Williams, the Rural Mum, and today I'm answering one of your questions. And it is one that I get quite often, and it is, what is the 3 top realities of dating a farmer? What is it actually like to date and marry a farmer? So we're going to jump into the top 3 that come to mind when I get asked this question. One of the realities is that there is always washing to be done. The piles of washing that come through this house, not only for Ned and myself, but also for our 3 kids, is astronomical. So you will always be doing washing, whether that is clothes, towels, utes, trucks, bulls, animals, anything you can think of. You will be doing plenty of washing. You need to become the master of getting out stains and dirt and grime and grit and blood and everything else that you can ever think of. You will be needing to learn to do that. Number 2 is that farmers are up early. They are in bed late, and sometimes during the busy seasons when you're dividing the chores and the jobs and what the lifestyle demands, sometimes you'll be ships in the night. And this is where communication is key. So if you can automate anything, if you can sync up diaries, calendars, anything like that, if you can have a 10-15 minute catch up every morning or night just to debrief and go over the top pointers for the following day or the top pointers for what happened today, then that was always really greatly appreciated. Particularly, these seasons come not only with autumn, spring, winter, but also through plowing, seeding, sowing. This is all dictated by Mother Nature, so planning around that is quite difficult. Another thing that's really hard and that can be a big reality check is, particularly if you're like me and you're atypical and you're a big planner, you like schedules, you like routine, this is hard because Mother Nature rules the nest on the farm and we've got to work with her. Probably the biggest piece of advice that I can give, and it's a question that I get asked all the time about the reality of marrying a farmer, is people like to talk a lot about them. I need this, I want this, my expectation is this. And, unfortunately, when you're on the farm, you can't be the number one priority. And you probably won't be the number one priority, because when you're on farm, whether you're dealing with livestock, cropping, fisheries, doesn't matter what part of the agricultural world you're in, if you're marrying and dating a farmer, those animals rely on you, those crops and pastures rely on you, whether it's food, whether it's water, whether it's disease control and maintenance. They need to be able to come first. And that's just part of the lifestyle and the choices that we make. When it becomes really hard is when, you've got family and friends and they've got events coming up, whether that's birthdays, weddings, christenings, events that you want to be at, that you and your farmer want to be at. But unfortunately, sometimes Mother Nature just doesn't let that happen, but you try. And you hope that your friends and family understand that you are trying your absolute best to be there and you want to be there. And sometimes that's where that good old-fashioned background comes into, where, thank you letters or notes of appreciation, notes of thanks, sending a gift if you can't make it anyway in the post, rather than just providing a gift if you attend a party. Sometimes, you can borrow my mantra. If we look after the farm will look after us. And so if that helps, or you've got a mantra of your own that you can put in place for here, then that helps during the hard times, because it is hard. It is part of that reality check. So I hope that the 3 points that I've made today help answer this question. It is hard. It is a lifestyle we choose, but at the end of the day, we wouldn't give it up for anything. It's a beautiful time in the world. It's a beautiful place, and it's a fantastic opportunity for our kids growing up. And if we can embrace what we do at the end of the day, then that does help along the way. If you have any realities or anything that is different to what I've said today and you want to add those in the comment section below, please go ahead and I'll have a quick read of those before I film my next video. In my next video, I'll give some further tips and tricks on how to address or how to be a part of, you know, your farmer's life during the busy period, and also when, you know, things take off, to increase that communication, increase that positivity, and I'll see you then.